Well, welcome to my channel. I'm Trevor Larkham. Obviously, you probably know that if you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, I'm an actor. I lost a lot of weight, and it's kind of trending right now for articles to be written about me. So let's just jump right into it, and I'll talk about myself on there. So let's go to the computer here. We're going to look up my name. So let's look up Trevor Larkham. And obviously, if you don't know, that's my name. So here it comes up. I'm an actor, all these cool things, some of the shows that I've been on. And here's where it gets interesting. So there's recently been a lot of articles that have been made about my weight loss. As you can see, Entertainment Now, former child star stunned with a 130-pound weight loss transformation. So let's just go to the news and let's go to the first couple. So I've already looked at this one. Let's go to this one. So this is People Magazine. 21-year-old said he was 300 pounds at his heaviest. So I'm just going to go through some of the things that they got right, some of the things they got wrong. Yes, I was 300 pounds at my heaviest. And yes, I did lose it in 1 year. I lost 130 pounds in 1 year. The actor posted a detailed video on Instagram showing how he achieved his weight loss in just a year. He admitted that when he first started his journey, he lost 50 pounds but regained the weight before having more discipline with his lifestyle changes. So this is actually not something that I've talked about a lot, but yes, I actually did lose weight first through my diet and everything like that. I lost 50 pounds and I felt great about it and I felt very, very good about it. But mentally, I was not in the right space. I don't feel like I did it the right way. I did not find the right foods that I would be able to sustain and eat for like a long period of time. And that's the biggest key that I really have, is find something that you're going to be able to sustain. Also, don't mind my hair. I dyed my hair brown for the day for a TikTok video. So if I don't look, normal, that's probably what you're noticing. I have brown hair for the day. But yes, I did lose 50 pounds in it was a few months. It was probably like 4 or 5 months, but I wasn't able to keep that off, and it sucked. And I know a lot of people have gone through something like that where you lose weight and you put it back on. It's the most heartbreaking feeling because I know how hard it is to lose weight, and I know how much it sucks when you feel like you've put so much progress into something, but it just goes right back down the toilet. It feels like, it feels like it's impossible. And that's kind of where I was after I had lost that 50 pounds and I put it back on, and I was right back to where I started. So that was the biggest thing. I went back to eating the wrong things. I mean, I just didn't have any discipline with it, and I was not doing the right things that I should have been. So they did get that right. I'm surprised that People Magazine actually, went through my Instagram like that and actually, learned about my stories. So that's really, really cool to see. I lost the weight in a little bit over a year, which is true. I lost 130 pounds a little bit over a year. By the time I was 19, I was at 170. But now my life looks like I go to the gym 6 times a week, and I track every single thing that I eat still to this day. I go to the gym actually almost every single day. I don't go to the gym 6 times a week. I go about 6 to 7 times a week, which is obviously very, very similar to what they said. And that's probably what I said. I go 6 times a week. But right now in my current life, I go like every single day. And I don't go every single day because it's necessarily the most optimal thing to do for the gym, for building muscle. I go for my mentality. I feel like there's not any room to be lazy. And no matter what I'm doing in my life, especially with the gym, I never want to be lazy. So when you start your fitness journey, when you start going to the gym and doing all these things, I can guarantee you're going to get addicted to it if you're anything like me, and you're going to want to go every single day, whether that is optimal for your muscles or whatever it may be. For me, it's all mentality. And I do still track every single thing that I eat. I track every single day, every freaking day. Every meal, every little thing that I eat, any little snack that I eat, I'm always tracking my calories. And that has been the biggest thing that has helped me stay on track and keep the weight off too. Once you lose the weight, once you do these things to start losing the weight, you have to continue to do them, because if you don't, you run the risk of going back into your old habits. You have to really change who you are. You have to change who you are, your mentality on everything. You have to change your whole outlook on it. So yeah, they got everything pretty much right for the most part. So let's move on to the next article. So let's go to a new one. Let's go to this one. So I had made a video talking about that article that we just went to, the People Magazine one. So this was actually the next morning I woke up and I had made a TikTok video on the 3rd of September, I believe, or the 4th. It was the day after that the People Magazine dropped their article about it. I had made a TikTok video addressing a comment that was on one of the People Magazine videos. It was about me, somebody said I was on Ozempic or whatever. Trevor Larkham wants to shed some rumors about his new look. Weeks after revealing his 130-pound weight loss transformation, the Fresh Off the Boat alum shut down online speculations that he used GLP-1 medications and steroids to slim down. I got accused of being on Ozempic. That is true. That is true. I did shut them down. I shut down the rumors. But yes, I did post a video. So they're talking about the video here.
Trevor Larkham is hitting back at Ozempic rumors. After the Fresh Off the Boat star showed off his shocking 130-pound
So there I am. That's on my
weight loss
Instagram. That's off my
transformation,
Instagram.
he's now responding to critics accusing him of using the
I have
GLP-1
seen a lot of people
medication to
accuse
drop
me
the
of using
pounds.
stuff, and
Taking the
it's
TikTok
funny. I take it as a
to
compliment if I'm being
shut down the
honest.
rumors.
So I clicked the comments.
So this right here is my TikTok. This is the TikTok that I was talking about. This is the one that I made. There's the comments right there. Another Ozempic enthusiast. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't care if people say that I've taken stuff. I know that I haven't. I know that I mean, I've taken creatine. I've taken natural things. I take like ashwagandha and like Tongkat Ali and stuff like that. So I just take it as a compliment, and I don't think that anybody should be taking that kind of stuff if you don't have to. I think Ozempic is a last resort kind of thing. If you really have tried everything, if you really don't feel like you can stick to a diet, if you really feel like that's going to be the best thing for your health is losing the weight, you're going to add more years to your life. I think that's the route where you should start looking at GLP-1, whatever they're talking about. I don't really know what GLP-1. I'm assuming that's Ozempic. That's when I would say to go ahead and do that, in my opinion. But there's much better ways to lose the weight.
I got accused of being on Ozempic, and I got accused of being on roids. So I got my first roid.
It's funny because they kind of like don't go together. Because Ozempic, I think just you'll lose muscle onOzempic, and then roids obviously gain muscle. So there I am, and then there I am now, obviously.
Transformation on social media for the last few years. Recently revealing in the June 2020
That's a funny video, I'm not gonna lie.
What kicked off his weight loss journey in 2022.
From a very young age, I was overweight.
So that's just the video that I posted on YouTube. If you want to go watch that video, I very much just kind of summed up my whole overweight journey and everything like that. So yeah, they did a very good job. They're just talking about, my response to the Ozempic rumors and the steroids rumors, which they don't really go together. So that doesn't really make too much sense to me. Here's my...
You guys might recognize me because I've been acting since I was a kid.
Gentlemen,
there I am on Fresh Off the Boat, obviously.
Fresh Off the Boat's Trent, real name Trevor Larkham, showing off
That's me.
his fitness transformation.
One thing, okay.
The 21-year-old going from 300...
Bro, okay. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know who's watching this video. I'm going to be honest. If you don't know what like looks maxing is and stuff like that, I just think it's really funny that this video in specific they put on the thing. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's just really, really funny because it's such like a niche thing on TikTok right now, and I think it's just really, really. I kind of want to watch it again. But this being on like this news channel is super, super funny to me, and it's super cool. Honestly, it's super cool.
The 21-year-old going from 300 pounds down to 170.
That's right. So this photo I think is like maybe 7 or 8 months old. I was about 170 right there. I might have been a little bit over 170. I definitely wasn't 300 pounds in the photo on the left, but I don't think that they're saying I was. That's just an old photo.
Journey, all in hopes of inspiring others.
All right, if you want to lose weight, here's what you need to do. You need to go into a high-protein calorie.
So there's my TikTok. Obviously, if you're not following me on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok because I post a bunch of tips on there.
Without even going to the gym.
That's right.
Adding exercise after he figured out his diet.
That's right.
Start going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. Weight lift. Do all those things. Walk 10,000 steps a day. Do those 3 things. I promise you'll lose weight quick.
There's another edit of myself, bro. That's so funny. No, that's really cool. No, it's really, really cool. I'm gonna be honest. It's super, super cool to like see myself on all these like news sites and stuff like that. And I just want to say, I don't know if anybody's ever gonna watch this. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I don't expect anybody to watch this, but all the traction that I've been getting, all the support that I've been getting, all the love from the acting community, from the TikTok community, from obviously news channels and everything like that, I really, really appreciate it. And I'm gonna use this platform for as much good as I can. And make sure to follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. If you ever are struggling with weight loss, if you're ever struggling with your mental health and anything like that, make sure to follow me and DM me on Instagram. That's where I always respond to people. I'm always reaching out to people, whether they be from my community or just somebody who is genuinely lost with weight loss and stuff like that. Feel free to reach out to me. I will always do my very, very best to respond in a timely manner. But yeah, for the most part, they got everything right. I did lose 130 pounds in a year, and it was all through my diet. I did not go to the gym one single time. And now that I've a lot of questions that I do get asked now, obviously being an actor, being an overweight child actor, do I still get roles? Do I still act and everything like that? And I do still act. Yes, I do still act. And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be completely genuine with you. The acting roles have slowed down since I did lose the weight, and it's a good thing and a bad thing. I don't think that it's simply because of the weight loss. I think that it has played a part because obviously I'm a much different looking person. I go out for much different looking roles, and it's hard to cast somebody who hasn't had that experience going out for those certain roles. It was very, very easy to cast me as the fat, overweight kid, but I'm here to prove to Hollywood, I'm here to prove to myself that I can be, you know, more than just the fat, funny kid, and I know that I will be. And I'm tearing up a little bit. It's a little bit, you know, emotional for me to talk about this like this, but I'm a very serious person, and that's my next goal. I'm going to continue to act. I'm going to continue to be a motivational person for you. I'm going to continue to help my community. I'm going to continue to get better in the gym and every single day mentally. And I love you, and I thank you for watching this, and I hope that you stay disciplined, and feel free always to reach out to me on Instagram. I try my very best to respond to everybody. And thank you to all the news sites for covering all these topics for me.